Hi, I'm Evan, and welcome to the Canvas Tutorial Show. In this episode, I want to look at the course comments and ask, how can we get the most out of it? How can we filter down to get to the content that's actually helpful to us? As well, how can we turn around and share our content to the comments as well so that everybody gets the goodness? Here we go. So here I'm just in this is my Free for Teacher account, and I'm going to show you in this account as well as my district install, just to show that there is a slight difference. Now, to get to the commons, you're going to look over here on the left side of your global navigation. It might not be there though if you have not created a course yet. If you have not created a course, go and find the video about how to create a sandbox course, watch it, do it, then the commons button will show. For some reason, sometimes the icon isn't there, but whatever, look for the words commons. So we're just going to click here. And what the commons are is basically a repository of content that teachers and instructors themselves have put out there so that you can basically steal somebody else's work and make it your own, which is fantastic. When I look here, I see that as of this moment, there are over 120,000 results in the commons. Now, a couple things to just point out. You see it just has this card layout, and I want to just let's look over what information is present on the card. So we have an image. Let's zoom in on this one. We have an image. We have what kind of document it is. So for example, this one right here is a document, whereas in this is a course. But down here, you see this is a page. And so your icon, as well as the word under it, is going to indicate what kind of content that is. Then we have our title of the document, what level or grade level it's for, who created, how many times it's been downloaded, and then how many times it's been favorited. Okay, those are two pieces of key pieces of information that you're going to want to know. Now, to just start finding stuff, you would just type something in. So let's say I was looking for a lab report. I would search for that, and I find 48 results, some assignments, documents, some pages. Okay, now right away it changed the filter here from latest to most relevant, and you can change this just by clicking whichever one you want. So if I want the one that it seems like people like that the most, I might choose the most favorited, and it's going to reload the results, and they're going to order them by the one that has the most stars. Okay, and you could do the same thing for most downloaded. That's interesting. Oh, there it is. I was looking at the stars, but again, you can see that it's ordered by the number of downloads. Now, just because it's been downloaded a bunch of times doesn't make it any good. Okay, so let's go ahead and click into one of these, and we'll just do this first one here. I haven't previewed any of these, so hopefully it's a good one. So this particular one, this is the page where you can actually see what is that piece of content. And up here on the right, you see that it has the date that it was posted, the number of downloads, as well as the number of favorites. And then it also tells you what is its license. This one is in the public domain, which means that you can use it freely. If you click on it, it's going to give you a breakdown of what you're allowed to do. Okay, close that up. Underneath there, but let's before we get here, again, we have that image. We have the button that we'll use to import it, and we'll come back to that one and import it into our own course. We have the add to favorites. Now, if we really like this resource, we can click that, and it's going to add it to our own personal favorites, so that when we click up here, it shows in our content. So there it is, lab report. Okay, which is very helpful to keeping track of the ones that you like. And then finally, it's just the copy resource link. So those are the basic parts. Now let's look at the main content area here. And you see that it's got, again, the type of content that is. It's got the title. And then this is an assignment, so it's giving you the breakdown of it. And so this is just what you would see in the rich content editor. you can click on details, and it's going to give you a little bit more information, break down the grade level a little bit more. What have they tagged it with? As well, you can leave your review and read other people's reviews. Okay. And then if there has been more than one version, you can click on version notes. Okay. So that's the basic look and feel of a particular assignment. Before we download one and import it into our course, let's look at other filter options. So up here, if you look to, there we go. You see this filter button, and so you're just going to click there, and this is going to pop up this huge dialog on the right, and this allows you to then filter, exclude and include based on what type of content you're looking for. So if I'm only looking for courses, then I would just type on that. But it does allow you to click more than one. So if you want, I want courses, modules, and documents, it's going to show it. It will only show the ones that you've clicked. If I want to see, is this like a template? So when a teacher puts content on there, they can actually click, is this a template that somebody else could use versus, say, an actual assignment or full course that you can download. I could check that box. See, none of my current ones are. Let's take those search terms off. Good. Filter again, and let's go to templates. And so here you can see these are our templates, and they've included the word template in the title, but you don't have to. But this will take you to an actual course that was built as a template for probably for their school or something. Let's go back. Taking its time. Come on. And there we go. So again, going back to the filter. So we can filter by type. We can filter by content type as well as is it like an open textbook? In other words, is it a textbook that teachers have been putting together that you can use for yourself? You can filter by, come on, grade level. Okay, all the way from kindergarten up to the graduate level, and you can again choose multiple grades. If you're in the elementary, or if you're in the elementary, I would encourage you to, if you're gonna filter by grade level, click most of these, because you might find a resource that's for first grade, but you can actually use it for third grade if you just change it around a little bit. So you might find some more resources that way. Same thing with middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and high school. In high school, I'd encourage you to look at some undergraduate work as well. You might find some good stuff there. Now, the last thing I want to show you on this filter is down here at the bottom. Because I'm logged in for my Free for Teacher account, all that's available here is it says share with Free for Teacher. Okay. However, if I were logged into my district account, and here I am right now, notice that it says something different. This says all, which includes public resources. So the same thing like Free for Teacher, but then I can actually filter it just to the Lebanon Community Schools. Okay, so this would just be resources that my school has put out, or my district has put out, or your district has put out, so that I can see what my colleagues have done. What's the benefit of that? So this, you can see we've just started getting some documents in there. But the benefit of that is that you're able to quickly get into what your colleagues have created. So for example, if you have created a course template for middle school science, for third grade math, and everybody's supposed to use the same template, by doing that as well, you can share content just within your school if you're or inside your district if your district is paid for it. So this right here is a view of sharing coursework out. All I did was I went to one of my courses, and we'll just look here. This is one of my introductory courses, and clicking. And then right up here, if you wanted to share your content, you click this snowman menu right there, and it says share to commons. Now notice here, it has all those details that you can set. Put an image, you can tag it, you can put your grade level. You know, let's say that this is goes to 2nd grade to 7th grade. It's a diverse assignment. Your description and all the different parts that you already know about. You can change the license to whether or not it's a public domain or if it's copyrighted material. etc., etc. But here's the point that I want you to see is that if you are trying to share content just within your district, is that you would just choose that option right there. And so only people that are on one of your district installs would be able to see it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and unclick that though. Now, so we know how we find content. Okay, so this is how we filter and that's how we upload content. But how do we actually get content into our course? Well, in order to import content, there's a couple different ways. Number one, you can go from your course directly, and then you can say import, or you can come from the comments directly. So let's find a good source. Let's go back to that idea of a lab report. And let's use Chemistry PH right here. Again, I haven't looked at these resources. But let's say that I want to use this resource. All I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here on the right where it says import download. Okay. Now I have some options here. I can download this and then later re-upload it into my course. That's a perfectly good way of doing it. And if your district doesn't have the commons available, go create yourself a Free for Teacher account so that you can at least get the Free for Teacher stuff. And then you can just download it and import it into your course. But the easiest way is to actually import it directly into your course. But warning, be careful what you import into your active live courses. So I always suggest that if you're importing something new, always take it into a sandbox course first. And if you don't have a sandbox, go create one. Again, there's a video. Take it into your sandbox course, and then you can evaluate it to see if you want to actually use it. After you've done that, it's really easy to import it into your normal course. Okay, so this one is being funky. So let's go back up here, and I'm just going to choose this one and import download. And so I would click sandbox because that's what I'm going to import it into. Import into course. And you see that it shows that you have successfully started the import. It may take a little while to see changes in your course. Now, I'm importing a fairly large one, so this is going to take a moment. And this is a whole course, and I made a mistake. And so I need to show you how to fix that kind of mistake. If you are doing just like a page or an assignment or a document of some sort, import it into your sandbox. Okay. If you are doing an entire course, go create a course specifically for that import. And what I mean is that when you import an entire course, it's going to mess with everything, all your settings of your sandbox. And so you don't want that. And as well, if you decide that, you know what, this content isn't actually helpful, you want to be able to delete it easily without deleting any of your other sandbox materials. So what I would do first is I would go out here to courses, to dashboard, sorry. And I would click on over here, start new course. And I might just say course download. Why not? Sandbox. You can call it whatever you want. You can put a short name there if you want to, but create course. Now, when I go back to Commons, and I choose a whole course, and we'll choose this one, Meaningful Inclusion Special Olympics. And I click Import Download again. I'm going to find that course that I created, click that, and then import it so that it keeps it in a safe, non-damaging way. Because you want to evaluate them. You want to evaluate your sources, your resources before you put them into your actual course. But once you actually find a piece of content that you really like and you want to use, so for example, this is what I just downloaded into here. Let's see, pages. Nope, see, it's still downloading, so it's not ready yet. But if let's say that I have a piece of content that's in this course, and I want to move it to another course, I can actually just click on that piece of content. So here's an example page. I'm going to go over here to the snowman menu, click on that, and you see it says copy to, and then I can actually choose my course. So if I want to take that piece of this assignment or this document and I want to take it out to my actual course, I can not only copy it to that course, but I can actually choose which module it's going to go into. And there's some good ways you can use this technique. I'm going to do a different video on that another time about how you can create shadow courses or master courses and then use this function. But again, you can put it where do you want this content to be. It's very, very powerful. So then you just hit copy right there. So what have we done today? We've looked at the course commons. We've learned how to filter and to find the content that we want. We've looked at how to upload content to the commons ourselves and how to choose whether or not it's going to be available for everybody or it's just inside your district, as well as how you can download it or import that content into your own course. And remember, use a sandbox, to keep your stuff safe. So that you can then use that content and then eventually move that into your real courses. I hope this has been helpful. If you haven't already, follow the show at Canvas Tuts and make sure you join the Canvas Tutorials community to post your own questions, as well as if you've found good resources for all of us to use, please post it there. And if you've enjoyed this video or if there's other videos that have been helpful, make sure you create your own post, share it with your colleagues so that everybody gets the goodness. Cheers.